Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be going over the Real Techniques Everyday Essentials Makeup Brush Set. I picked this up at Walmart. It was $20 and it comes with, it looks like there's 4 different brushes and then there's a sponge. This first brush here is the RT400 and this is for blush. And then of course you have your sponge for your foundation. And then you have this next brush. This purple one right here is going to be, let's see, I gotta match the numbers. So it's RT300. That one is the Deluxe Crease. So that's for your eyelids. And then the next one is the RT402, which is this one here. That one is for setting. It's also for highlighting. So it can be to set, maybe like if you want to set underneath your eyes, or if you want to apply highlighter. That's what that one is for. And then finally, the last one is RT200. And this one is for buffing out liquid or cream foundation. So basically, it's just like a foundation brush for liquid or cream. So you have 2 foundations. You got the foundation brush, and then you have the sponge. And then this is for your highlighter or your setting, your eyelids for the crease, and then for your blush. So, and this one looks like it probably could be used for powder as well too. So we're just gonna go ahead and get started. I'm just gonna show you guys me using all these different brushes, applying it, you know, applying my makeup to my face with all of the brushes. So let's go ahead and get everything open. And I like how they have on the back. So I was reading it to you guys, but I didn't show it to you. So back here on the back, it has all of the numbers of the brushes, and the brushes do have numbers on them, which is good. And you can just, it tells you exactly what each one does. So let's see if I can get this open. Definitely child-proof and adult-proof. Let's see. It's not as bad as like if you've ever opened up like a toy car or like a remote control car for a child. Like those are really rough to open up. So this is how it looks. Very nice. This is really nice, like a gift set. Like if you want to give someone for a birthday, Christmas, or any kind of gift, or Valentine's Day is coming up. So yeah, it looks really pretty. And I actually haven't used any Real Technique brushes before, but I've heard a lot of good reviews about them. So let's see if they live up to all the hype. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, since we have the sponge for foundation, we also have the brush, I'm just gonna do 1/2 with the sponge of my face and the other half with the brush, so you guys can kind of get an idea of how it's gonna look. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and use the Milani Conceal and Perfect Foundation. I have this foundation color in 04 Medium Beige. I like to mention the foundation color just in case if you guys are wondering, you know, what colors I use, stuff like that. So let's go ahead, and I still haven't really figured out if I like to put my foundation on my skin. I think I like to put it on my skin and then do it. Don't put it on the sponge because I feel like the sponge absorbs it, even though it's gonna go on the sponge when I put it on my face. Okay, it's not working. Having technical difficulties here. Is this like broken or something? Oh my God. I swear, I think it's broken. So I'm squeezing the top and nothing's coming out. Okay, so that's okay. I'm just gonna take it out and we'll do it like this. And I will just apply it to my skin this way. Okay, so we're gonna do the sponge this side. Let me see. I have a question for you guys. Do you guys use your sponge, do you dampen it and then put your foundation on, or do you do it dry? Please let me know in the comments below because I'm just curious. I know some people do it damp, some people do it dry. I always do it dry. I want to read on here what it says. It says, so a Miracle Complexion Sponge, soft, flexible foam, blend liquid plus cream foundation and a luminous finish. Okay, use dry for full coverage or damp for a dewy glow. Okay, so dry for full coverage. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the dry for full coverage because it's wintertime and I need coverage. I don't have like any like sun on my face right now. And I'm not really going for the glowy look because it's winter. So I'm gonna use it dry. Okay, so that kind of helped me a little bit because I was just curious. I never really knew the proper way to really do it. So I have used a sponge before and I like it, so I can tell you that. I just haven't used the Real Technique brushes. The sponge I have used and I love it. And I've even heard a lot of people compare this to the Beauty Blender. I've never used the Beauty Blender, so I don't know. I just haven't splurged yet to spend that amount of money on one. But so yeah, so if that's true, then that's really good, you know. So it looks good so far. That is the side with the sponge, and then obviously nothing. And then now let's go ahead and do the brush side. Okay, so here is the brush. This is the RT200. You guys can probably see my gray hair. I have to get my hair dyed. I like the brush. Wow. I feel like with the brush, more of the foundation is kind of staying on my skin, if that makes sense. It's giving me, the brush is giving me more coverage, I feel like, than the sponge. Wow, okay. So that's really good. I'm impressed. Very impressed with the brush. Has a great feel to it. It is a smaller brush. The last brush that I was using was the Morphe one, which was pretty big. I don't know the number. I can't tell you the number right now because I don't remember, but it was a little bit bigger brush than this. So this one is a little small. I mean, it's not really small. I guess you could say maybe it's like a, compared to some brushes that like the Kabuki, I want to say, or those bigger brushes where they're just really huge. But then it's all up to you. This is good because it can be more precise, kind of getting in, like especially if you're over here. Or sometimes if you're in a hurry and you want to use your brush for like your concealer, this is going to get into those like tight areas, like under your eyes, next to your nose, you know, those little creasing areas. So that's good. Okay. Definitely like the brush. I thought it gave me good coverage. So this is the brush side. Then this is the sponge side. Both look good. Just felt like the brush side gave me a little more coverage. Okay, so the blush brush is kind of big. We'll see how it turns out. The blush that I'm using is Essence Satin Blush, Touch Blush. Essence Satin Touch Blush. It's in 20 Satin Love. Okay, I don't feel like, oh, maybe. I was gonna say I don't really feel like it's, oh, it is getting a lot of blush on there. I tend to put too much blush sometimes with my hands. Okay, so yeah, no, it actually looks really good. At first I felt like it wasn't really applying the blush, but it is. Wasn't sure, because it's so big, I wasn't really sure how it was gonna apply the blush. I didn't know if it was kind of gonna be all over the place, but it looks really good. It's not all over the place. I don't think so. I mean, it could be. Maybe I'm not seeing it right through the camera. You guys can tell me in the comments. Hey, you're all over the place. So, okay, so it looks good. Blush looks good. All right, now let's do, I don't really have a setting powder at the moment. I'm gonna go in now with the RT402, and this one is for setting powder or highlight. Like I said, I don't really have a setting powder at the moment, but I was thinking about using this just to kind of see how it would apply. Oh, you know what? I'm crazy and I completely forgot to put concealer on. That's okay though. I'll just leave it like that. I just won't put concealer on today because I'm crazy. Okay, so let's do, this is the LA Colors Nude palette. I'm going to use this highlighter up here to highlight. Or maybe, you know what? Let me put a little bit of concealer. I think it's okay. I can still put concealer. I'll just put a little bit under my eyes. I don't know if it's going to mess the whole blush look up, but we'll see. Maybe a little bit on my nose here. Okay. Hopefully this will look okay. Does it mess too much up? So I'm good. I got my concealer on. I'm just going to go back in with the blush a little bit and kind of just the brush. I didn't put any more blush on it just to kind of blend that out so it doesn't look like unblended after I put the concealer on. Finally, we have the last brush, which is the Crease Brush. And this one is RT300. And this is the one, I'm going to kind of read the description. This is the one that is the Deluxe Crease Brush. It's a short, dense bristles, layer and blend cream or powder shadows and build concealer. Okay, so this is good. You can use it for concealer as well. So yeah, let's go ahead and just do the eye look and see how that's going to come out with this. Okay, I know this is for the crease and I just did it all over my lid, but it's okay. Let's see. So it has a good feel to it. I'm trying to think. There's a good feel to it. It's a little stiff, but it could be because it's new. You know, you have to kind of break it in. And when I say stiff, I guess what I mean is some brushes are a little like tighter, like towards the end. Like here, let me give you an example. So this is a Morphe M518 brush. And you can kind of see this, you might not be able to tell, this one is like more bristles and it's more like kind of tight. And this one seems like it has a little bit less bristles and it's more like a loose, has like a loose feel to it. And this is more of a tighter feel. So I guess it just really depends on, you know, if it is an issue for you or not an issue for you. Okay. I feel like it's not putting a lot of color down. I could be wrong. Let me just try this brush just to see if it kind of applies more color. Yeah, I feel like with the Morphe brush, it gets way more color onto my crease than with this brush, but it's okay. So yeah, that's, I don't know how this is gonna come out, but it's okay. We'll just roll with it and hopefully it'll all look okay at the end, right? Hopefully. I will apply a little bit of mascara. This is just going to be a very simple look. And this lipstick is Milani 61 Matte Naked. Okay, and then just to kind of like finish this look, I'm going to add a pair of earrings. This video is like really getting off subject. I wanted to show you guys these because I got these from Belle's Outlet and I thought they were really pretty. I've been going to Belle's Outlet a lot lately. I actually got this shirt there as well, which I thought was pretty. The sleeves are like that. They have a lot of really cute things that are inexpensive. These earrings were $7, which I think is great because I got 6 pair. So that's like what, like $1 and some change per earring. That's a really good deal. So yeah. So I think I will just add maybe like, I don't know, these right here. Normally I do all this stuff off camera, but we'll just go ahead and finish this on camera. So just add those. Might not even be able to see them, but we'll see. Or maybe these might look better. These might look better, they're a little bit bigger. Okay. Which ones, guys? Which ones? Which ones? Which ones? Okay, I kind of like those. Okay. stick with your first choice. They always say stick with your first choice. So it's like when you're taking a test, you're not sure the answer. Stick with your first choice. A is right. Okay, so the way I have my hair, you can barely see the earrings. But anyways, okay, so enough about all that. Back to the brushes. So I thought the brushes were great. The only one that I didn't really like personally, and another person may really like the brush, was the eyeshadow brush. I just thought it was a little too hard, and I felt like it wasn't really applying the color that well. So, which was this one. It is a good, it's not a bad brush, but my eyes came out really nice, you know? So maybe I'm just used to that lighter, fluffy brush. So out of all the brushes, definitely, so these are all the brushes. So definitely my favorite out of all of them was the RT200, which was the foundation brush. I just felt like it really gave me good coverage and covered up like my blemishes and different spots that I had on my skin. It looked really good. And then of course I love the sponge, and I love all of them. They're really good brushes. This was just definitely my favorite one out of all of them. So this is kind of just the final look and how everything looks. How the brushes performed. If you guys have any questions or anything, just let me know below. I would love to answer them for you. And this pretty much sums up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to my channel, remember to go ahead and click the subscribe button. And if you would like to be notified of whenever I post a new video, just click the bell below as well. That way you get notified of when I do have a new video coming out. So, and if you're already subscribed to my channel, thank you so much for subscribing. And if there's any special content or anything that you guys would like to see, just let me know in the comments and I will try to do my best. So thank you guys so much. Love you guys all. Happy New Year. And I hope it's a great year for everybody. Love you guys. See you soon.